Train by day, Kyle Wigginton podcast by night, all day.
Ember Alert in the house.
The girl you've been looking for.
You got a mosquito like buzzing around you there.
Where?
It was on your right side. I'm not sure how redheads react to mosquitoes.
I don't know. If you see it, smack it.
Okay. Oh shit. If you see
I just
it.
got here and you're falling apart already.
I know, dude. I haven't podcasted in what has it been, like 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks? So all my shit's like weird right now. Just been in a box for like a month.
Whose fault is that?
It's not mine. We've been working on some other film stuff. So every now and then I gotta like compartmentalize.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do it all the time.
When you can.
No, I would die.
It's multitasking.
I don't know how like some of you, because I know all the different stuff you do. It's insane. I don't know how you guys do it all.
It's a lot. Yesterday I taught a class in Baton Rouge. Then I was a mermaid for 4 hours. Now I'm here. I have a show tonight.
Where's that gonna be at?
Bar Redux.
Where's that at?
It's down St. Claude off of Poland.
Okay.
The hole in the wall dive bar.
Those are the best kind.
Mm-hmm. Great food, good drinks.
Bar Redux. I would come to that. Oh, did you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's a fly though. That's not a mosquito.
I know. I thought you just wanted to hit me.
Oh, I'm gonna hit you before the night's over.
Okay.
Before the podcast is over. You're getting one.
Okay.
Smack. So yeah, we were talking about the Hawk Tua girl.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the big thing right now. You said you haven't seen it yet. What's hilarious? It's a chick with like this really thick Southern accent, and they ask her how to keep a man. And she's like, basically, you got Hawk Tua, spit on that thing. And like she had to delete her social medias and stuff because it like blew up overnight.
Well, why would you delete it? That's like the whole purpose.
Right. Unless you have like a real, job, I guess. Like a 9 to 5 that you don't want to get fired from.
Yeah, that's boring.
Oh, I agree with that. But I was saying that I think that what she should do is she should monetize this, right? She should start a line of lube right now. It's called Hawk Tua. And
people would buy it.
Yeah, spit on that thing. It's there.
Everybody that shared that video would buy that.
Oh, 100%. People just buy it. Just say, I got some of the Hawk Tua girls
yeah,
lube.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you gotta use those things whenever they come around.
Yeah, I mean, I would totally market that.
I mean, you could. Like, it would be great for you to market.
Yeah, it fits in my brand.
Yeah, burlesque dancers.
I get asked to do some weird jobs.
Like what? Give me an example.
Let's see. Last week, I got reached out to by someone that does not know me as a burlesque dancer. They know I do burlesque, but they know the non-burlesque part of me. And
like you as a human?
Yeah, like just my normal persona, I guess. Very few people even know who that is anymore. But he said, before I ask you this question, I need to know, what is the weirdest thing you have been asked to do? And I'm sitting here like, I don't know. I've been asked to do some things, but I feel like you're okay if I tell you some things that I think are normal. So I gave him a couple examples just because I wanted to know what this question was. And he comes back with, okay, cool. So my question is, would you video me and my wife having sex?
They just wanted you to video.
Yeah, just a video. And I'm like, I mean, yeah, sure. Like we could set up different camera angles. Like I got tripods, I got lights. Like, what do you want? Like you want a professional video? I got you. And so we're chatting and like, I don't even know, 2 hours goes by and he's like, so would you join in? I'm
so
like,
there it is.
There it is.
Yeah.
I done already gave you a price. This is why I need all information up front before prices go out.
Well, no, then the price goes up.
Right?
Yeah.
The price would have went up whether or not I joined in or not. Just to know that's on the table, it would have went up.
Yeah, what if you're watching and it's hot and you're like, man, I would like to join in on this.
And I mean, like, they're both good looking people. I work out with them.
Oh, well, there you go.
So I'm like, you never know. I don't know. But I get that, but last Friday, I was a topless waitress for a bachelor party. So I taught a bunch of upstate New York guys how to peel crawfish.
Okay.
With my titties out.
It's always a good thing.
My friend that I did it with, she's like, we're just going to cover ourselves in glitter because they won't want to touch us. And I'm like, girl, we're at an Airbnb. They're not going home. They don't care that we're covered in glitter. They can wash that off. And they didn't care.
I was going to say, is that one of the tricks you guys use to
Strippers do not wear glitter at the strip clubs because the men can't go home covered in glitter.
Strippers do wear glitter?
They don't.
Hang on. So that would make the men want to touch them, right?
Exactly. They get more money. But then they don't go home to their wives and their girlfriends covered in the glitter from the strip club.
I would think that strippers would wear glitter so the men wouldn't touch them.
Well, no, because most of them, they do lap dances. That's how they make their money.
Mm.
I heard they don't wear perfume either, so there's no smells that go home with the men. I don't know if that's true.
Well,
but
that's not a thing. One of the strip clubs I went to, I haven't been to many strip clubs. I don't really do the strip club thing. I think it's like pointless to go there and pay to get teased.
Yeah, I don't
like. If I was gonna go get teased, I would go to Burlesque because to me that's more of a.
I would hope so, since I'm sitting right here.
Well, no, it's more of it's like a sensual thing rather than it is just like a sexual thing. It's a totally different thing.
And we have comedy. It's freaking hilarious.
Well, yeah, there's all kind of stuff that goes on at Burlesque shows. I've seen some like jugglers and shit go out there on stage and stuff. All kind of cool stuff. Drag queens, dope stuff like that. But anyway, where I was going with this was one of the strip clubs that I went to a few times. There was a woman there that I fell in love with, and her name was Jasmine. And so obviously her scent was jasmine.
Okay.
So I smelled like jasmine every time I left that place.
Jasmine on the bayou. It's fitting.
I wasn't even in New Orleans. Yeah, I'm not proud of this, but it was in Arkansas. Strip clubs in Arkansas.
Strip clubs in Arkansas. Can't say. I don't think I've ever been to a strip club in any other place.
Yeah, there's a couple in Little Rock, Arkansas. I'm not sure if there's anywhere else, but the two that I went to were in Little Rock, Arkansas. And one of them, everyone just went there to drink because all the clubs closed at 2 a.m. The only thing that stayed open was a strip club.
That's the only place to go. I guess you'd go.
Yeah, so everyone went there, and everyone continued the bar at the strip club, and the strippers hated it because no one was paying them any money.
They're just there to drink.
Yeah, they were there to drink. But yeah, no, Jasmine was the other one. But yeah, it makes sense that they wouldn't. But I mean, I guess if you're in New Orleans, it's a little different because most people in New Orleans are like traveling through.
True.
Yeah.
But people in general, a lot of people don't like glitter.
I don't like glitter.
I don't like glitter either. And I work for a glitter company.
So did you cover them the other day at the crawfish boil?
I wouldn't say my glitter didn't really cover much, but once we got in the pool, it all came off.
Oh, damn. This is a crazy party you went to.
I know.
So what's some of the other weird shit? So did you first of all, did you actually film the couple or is this like on the table still?
No, that they just messaged me like 3 weeks ago and asked me and hadn't heard from them since. And I haven't brought it back up. So we'll see. I don't know.
What do you mean? We'll see. I don't know. It's like yes or no, right?
If they message, they're like, hey, here's, if they send me some money in Venmo, I'll be like, all right, I guess we're going to film you.
Let's get this party rolling. If you want me to bring the lights and the cameras,
I'm like, you want like a fully edited movie? Because I can do that. I got friends.
Dang, I actually know friends. I do people that shoot porn too.
Like I can make y'all like a really memorable situation here. I don't know.
I've yet to shoot a porn. So I mean, maybe I should direct this.
You could.
Yeah, we'll bring.
But what if they ask if you want to join in?
I'm just going to direct.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got to put a hard stop on the table.
Yeah. I'll let you guys do the acting. Yeah. Sometimes like it's tough to direct and act.
Well, I'm going to have the camera. I'm the camera girl.
Well, I mean, I'm going to bring camera guys too. If I'm directing, I'm bringing my camera guy. I'm bringing the whole team.
We're going to have everybody in there.
I'll tell you 20 people.
I'll take over wardrobe.
Yeah.
I'll bring all my costumes.
We'll run our monitors outside though. So it's only like, the camera crew
the closed
inside.
set.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm used to those. I've done a few.
I'll be outside calling the shots and I'll have like an earpiece in your ear so that I can tell you.
Look, I've been humped by some people on film. It's pretty funny.
Oh yeah. I've done some pretty crazy shit on film too.
I just like when they don't tell you that it's going to happen.
What do you mean?
What was the show I was on? Underground? I was a kid. I was a stand-in and a photo double for a little boy the entire season.
Okay. So like you were this age playing a kid? Because I feel like you could do that.
Well, the Underground was what? Like 7 years ago?
Well, I'm just saying you're like a tiny human. So I mean, I feel like you could play a kid.
But by the end of the season, the little boy outgrew me. So I was like, I just lost my job. God damn it. So I was a kid the entire season. And I come into work one day and they give me another shirt to wear. And everybody's like looking at me and they're like, you don't know what you're here for today. And I'm like, what are y'all talking about? I'm Ben stand-in. I've been doing this same little boy for the whole season. They're like, oh, not today. I was the old lady that owned the plantation who had these wonderful parties with all of her slaves. And she would always pick her favorite slave at the party to go have her way up in the bedroom. That was my part in the movie that day. I was like, y'all didn't tell me that.
Did you not have an agent or anything?
No.
Oh, see, I'd been like, yo, you're gonna have to get some money out of these motherfuckers. If they're gonna have me getting humped on screen. Yeah, I'd been calling them.
And
up.
I'm wearing like a spaghetti strap tank top and some like tight booty shorts to like, for them to just like line up the cameras to look like I'm naked, but not really naked. And they're like trying to line up my silhouette to where her silhouette's gonna be. And they're all giggling because she's an old woman. Her boobs are sagging. They can't make mine look like that. I'm like, I don't know what to tell y'all. Y'all the one picked the little kid stand-in to come do this role.
Get some prosthetic boobies out here.
Yeah, like, I'm sorry. But sitting outside of the room because it's a closed set, having to hear the old lady doing all her moaning when she's actually filming, I'm like, I can't.
So you were just standing in for her for the day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
There was no children on set that day. They relieved the kids of being anywhere near the orgy.
I mean, that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No,
But they still could have told me.
I thought you meant that you were going there that day and they were like, here, you're going to be on scene naked.
No.
Okay. That's what I think. Because I mean, that's a very unprofessional thing to do for them.
No, I was just standing in for the nakedness.
Okay. Well, I guess that's more acceptable.
But for Claws, I did have to go. I was in the orgy scene for Claws and I wore pasties and like rhinestone sequined up hot pants.
You probably get paid well for that though, right?
I did.
Yeah. For like any nudity, I think
Oh yeah.
or just skin on set.
I tried to convince them to let me wear my own pasties because I'm like, y'all's are terrible. Like, I got professional ones. I won't even charge you extra. Let me wear them.
What's the difference in your pasties and theirs?
Theirs were like the cheap one-time use. Stick them on. You can never wear them again. And it was a 2-day film.
You're saying this like I know anything about pasties.
Mine, you just replace the tape and you can wear them over and over and over again. I have fancy ones. You can scan your phone on them and it'll give you all the information you want about me.
Bro, you have QR code pasties.
It's got the little NFC chip in them. It's not a QR code.
That's still fucking dope. I didn't know that was even a thing.
Most people don't have them.
What else can you get with QR codes in it? Like, can I get some underwear? And like when people want my contact info, they just tap my dick.
Yeah. It takes you to all of my pay apps, it's social media, my wish list, my OnlyFans. Like, it takes you to everything you want to follow me on.
I'm like, here, give me your phone.
Mm-hmm. I do. I just hold it over and I move it around and hover it over my boob. I'm like, oh, this one's not working. Let me try this one. And I go to this one and then the link pops up.
I like that. So if you do the film with this couple, will it be on your OnlyFans?
No.
That's only like it's a you only thing?
The OnlyFans is set up to where you can only post pictures and videos with people that are on OnlyFans. Your account will get flagged. Like, if I took a picture of me right now and your hand is in the frame and I don't tag somebody that belongs to that hand,
interesting,
they'll shut the picture down.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to like,
it's a consent thing.
Is it something that you set up, or is it something that OnlyFans has set up?
No, it's OnlyFans. They want everybody on there to be consenting adults using the site.
See, there was a girl one time that was asking me to like just be the penis of her videos. And I guess she didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah. I mean, she could, like, if there's like another person on there that she could tag that, like, I have a friend, he was like, yeah, if you need to tag me on something, just tag me. I don't care. So I could like post a picture of me and you and tag him.
What's the guy's name? The Girth Master or something? So she should have tagged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be your screen name?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Girth. No, there's a guy. So one day I saw this video pop up on Instagram and there was this guy talking about how huge his cock was. And he was like a porn star. And I was like, what? I was like, let me go see how big a huge cock is. And his name was like the Girth Master or something like that. I forgot what his name was. I went and Googled him and I was like, that's not even that impressive. Like, I don't know who's been lying to this fucking guy.
The yours was bigger.
Well, I mean, they were about the same size, but I mean, I was like, this is not that impressive. Like, if that's impressive, then I'm impressive, you know?
You can have that screen name then.
I'm just going to take his name.
Yeah.
Like, boom, it's mine now.
You can put number 2 on the end of it.
No, I didn't even know you did the OnlyFans thing. Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool.
It was more popular in 2020 when everybody was home and had nothing to do. Right. Now it's just, it's kind of an afterthought.
Yeah, there's so is that like something you do on the side with the burlesque and stuff, or do you like push that while you're on stage?
If I'm hosting the show,
he's gonna try to come in.
He's gonna come get a drink.
He can't.
You can't be on our podcast. I'm sorry.
Dang.
He looking.
I know. Yeah, it's okay. Sorry. Come back at 4.
You can go across the street and get a hot dog and a Coke.
Oh, he'll be back at 4. I think I know the guy. Yeah, what were we talking about?
My OnlyFans career.
Oh, yeah. So, like, do you do, like, nasty, raunchy shit on there? Like, what do you do?
I can't give away all my secrets. Y'all not gonna follow me on there. No.
It's like advertising, you know?
Yeah, no, I don't have anything raunchy on there. Like, you'll see some titty pictures. I might have some videos by myself, but I'm going to charge you extra for those.
Nice.
But I don't ever make people pay on the app because they take 20% on OnlyFans. So I just throw the wish list up there and I'll put out a price. That's how I got these shoes. I was like, I need shoes for the beach that I'm going to next week. Spend $50 and I'll send you a video.
Oh, okay.
And so Yeah, I'll just be like, buy whatever on my wish list, and I'll load up the wish list with stuff.
Respect the hustle, dude. Respect the hustle. So what's some of the weirdest shit you've ever been asked to do? I know you said filming a couple was a weird thing. I have a few weird things that I've been asked to do before, but like, what's some weird shit that you've been asked to do?
You gonna tell me yours? Because I want to know.
Yeah, I'll tell you mine.
Are these things that you've been asked to do and have done, or just been asked to do?
No, I'm very like, I don't know. I don't really do anything. I'm very, what's the term I'm looking for here? Vanilla.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't really do anything like that, but people ask me all the time. They assume all the time that I do shit like this. Like there was a guy that came in the bar one night and he was saying that he was fixing to go to a couple's house and him and a couple of other guys were going to bang this housewife. And I was like, okay, that's cool, man. Like, it's cool that you do this. And he's like, yeah, dude, here, this is what she looks like. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. You're showing me pictures of her now. And he's like, you look like you have a girthy cock. Do you want to come with us? And I was like, well, I don't even know how you can like tell that about me, but I was like, it's not really my thing. And he's like, oh, that's cool, man. Well, if you ever change your mind, and he gave me his number and stuff. And I was like, cool. So we exchanged numbers. Never going to do it. But I was like, I'll change numbers with you. So he goes to this woman's house and him and these other guys are just railing this chick and they're sending me videos as they're doing it. And I'm like, what the fuck? Cause I'm still sitting here at the bar. So me and the entire bar are looking at these videos. I like, remember that guy was just in here, check this shit out. So yeah, that's one of the things. And he kept getting me for like, it was like 2 or 3 weeks after that. He just kept hitting me up. Like, dude,
he was just hoping he can like beat you down enough. Like, I'm going to get him.
Yeah, it never worked. We're still friends though. I mean, that guy.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
You never know. You might change your mind one day.
You never know, man. Anyway, your turn.
Well, me and my friend, after we did the bachelor party, we decided we wanted to start a business adventure of doing topless cleaning.
Okay.
There's a chick on TikTok and we both follow her and she's like, we should do it. I'm like, we should totally do it. I was like, well, let's make a photo shoot and then we'll make a flyer and then we'll worry about advertising topless maid services later.
I'm pretty sure that advertises for itself.
I just need to find out the people to advertise it to.
Well, no,
who wants topless maids at their house.
Well, let's see. You're going to go do one job and then take some pictures while you're doing the job and it'll pretty much sell itself after that. I feel like it.
They just need the whole word of mouth. Tell your friends. We'll come clean your bathtub. We'll wash your dishes, fold your laundry with our titties out.
That's a thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
there's a chick in Florida that does it. And like, that's all she does now. That's her whole job. She washes cars in micro bikinis and the neighbors see it. And then they're like, hey, who's that girl over there? Can we get her number?
Yeah.
Like, I think it's a great idea. So we're going to do it.
But that wasn't a weird thing you've been asked to do. Like you live in a more hypersexualized world than I do.
So I know. So my weird stuff feels like easy. Let's see. About 7 years ago, I was working for an entertainment company and they called me because they were like, hey, we just got a request and we don't want to tell the people no, but we couldn't think of anybody that would do this job, but we think that you might. I was like, give it to me. And it was a lady wanted to book a 1 hour dominatrix for her and her husband. Mm-hmm. Their reasoning was that whatever his job was, he couldn't go be seen at a strip club. And so they rented out a room at the Royal Sonesta and they just wanted somebody to like private show dance for him. You can do it pretty much whatever you want to him, but you can't leave any marks on his face.
Okay.
So I was like, okay. So I went to the store and I got like a whip and I got some candles and different oils and stuff. And I made a playlist that was exactly an hour long because this was like kind of early in my burlesque career. So I was still like, not as out there as I am now. And I'm still not as out there as some of the people that I have heard their stories. But I was like, let me set a playlist. And then I brought a friend and I said, when we get to the last song, give me like a signal so I know that our time is almost up. So we go to the hotel. The wife's just like chilling on the bed. The guy's sitting in a chair and we take off his shirt. We start like playing the music. I'm like dripping the hot candle wax on him, beating him with the whip, just doing burlesque dances and stuff. All my clothes stay on. They went lingerie shopping. So she lets me pick out which outfit I think she should wear after I leave. They went and bought some perfumes. They let me pick out which one I thought was the better one for her to wear.
So this was just foreplay, basically.
Yeah, it was. We found out towards the end of the night that I was just there to like prime him up because they also bought a peg because she wanted to fuck him in the ass.
Oh my God.
So that was my whole job, was just to like get him hot and heavy. Whatever. Well, a couple of days go by. I got a really nice tip. It was great. It was like, I think I made like $800 in an hour.
Just to beat somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And drip hot wax on them. Like, I'm here for it. And so we leave and I get a phone call from the agency and they're like, hey, they want to book you again. But this time they want you to come to their house. I was like, all right, well, you're going to have to like double the rate because that's the person's house.
Mm-hmm.
And it was further away. So they set everything up and then come to find out it gets canceled because it wasn't his wife. So I guess his real wife found out about it. Found out about the mistress.
Oh, so the one in the hotel was his mistress.
Yes.
Oh, so why did he want to go to the house this time? He thought his wife was going to be okay with it?
I don't know. Maybe it was her house. Maybe the wife was supposed to be out of town. I have no idea. I just know that was not his wife. And
Dude,
apparently he did have a wife.
Humans are so fucking weird, man.
Because I'm like, why can't he be seen at a strip club? Is he like a politician? Like, what is he doing?
I mean, that makes sense now.
No, he was just cheating on his wife.
Yeah.
I don't know why my brain didn't go there.
I guess his wife wouldn't peg him.
I guess not. I guess that's what he was looking for. And I guess he got it. And if they wanted me to come to their house.
He should have just called the mistress again.
Yeah, I don't know what they needed me for if they worked the first time.
I mean, that's an expensive night out. Like, what if the mistress was someone he hired too?
Could have been.
Damn, bro. Like $1,000 just get pegged in the ass. 800 for you, probably like 200 for the hotel. And if we're saying we're paying for the girl
plus
or
the
not,
agency fee, because they get 20%.
Yeah, dude. Oh, this dude.
Plus the lingerie, the perfume. I'm sure there was like a dinner involved.
Is taking it up the butt that fun that you're gonna pay $1,500 for it?
Fuck if I know.
Shit.
No thanks.
I don't know, man. Maybe I need to get a hold of this guy and ask him some questions.
I can probably arrange it somehow. I don't know.
need to get him on the podcast.
Get her too. I'm curious.
Be like, dude, tell me all about your pegging experience.
How many times have you done it since? Did your wife ever get on board or did y'all get a divorce? Was that a non-negotiable?
Yeah, that's a pretty good one there. What else you got? Or what's some of your horror stories your friends have told? Because I mean, this is probably going to get the real juicy stuff because I'm sure you're going to tell me stories that you've done that you don't actually say.
I feel like I am more vanilla in the burlesque community than most other people.
So I've actually, that's a good point that you bring up because I've met a lot of, is that considered sex work?
Yeah.
Okay. I've met a lot of sex workers that whenever you actually get down to the nitty gritty, they're like, yeah, I'm just performing. Like, I'm not really this way in my personal life.
Mm-hmm. Like, I don't have sex in my personal life. Like, I have not had sex in almost a year.
Just fucking celibate, dude.
But people just assume, they're like, what? I'm like, yeah, I know. I mean, like, I'm hot and I dance sexy on the stage every week, but no, I don't actually have sex. They're just very shocked by it. So I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty boring.
Hey, man, if you found a way to monetize it, that's what's dope. That was my issue. Never could monetize it. Worked in a gay bar for a while. Monetized my youthful sexiness.
Yeah, like my friends, their favorite thing about me is when I just tell them my date stories. Like if I go on dates.
God, I have some fucking horror stories about that. Anyway, yours first. What's a horror story date that you've been on?
They're not really horror stories. I mean, I've only went on 2 in like the past year. One of them was in Baton Rouge, which that should have been the first red flag.
Baton Rouge people crazy.
He was an attorney and...
Well, that's another red flag right there.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I'm just here for the entertainment. And we were chatting for months. I don't know what dating app I was on, which I don't like dating apps because
I hate them.
Somebody will see me and they'll message me on like another app, like Instagram. And I'm like,
it's pointless then.
If you're messaging me on another app, it's because I done swiped no on you.
You got to change your name or something, man.
My name's not even my burlesque name on there.
Well, you have it connected.
But I can't change my face.
Well, how would they? Okay, so I guess they're like.
How many people know Ember?
I guess.
I've been in Baton Rouge sitting at a bar with people that do not know Ember, and somebody comes up and they're like, "Excuse me, are you Ember Blaze?" And I'm like, "Mm-hmm." And then my friends are looking like, "I can't believe this is happening." I'm like, "Oh, I feel so famous right now. This is great." I'm not gonna lie, it feels kind of cool, but yeah, I can't change my face. I'm pretty recognizable.
You are. The red hair and everything gives away. Red hair and tiny.
Yeah, like people come up to me at festivals in different countries and they're like, "Oh my God, last night somebody came up to me and they're like, I haven't seen you in so long." I'm like, "I don't know who you are. I'm sorry." But I'm like, "Yeah, I haven't seen you in forever. How you been?"
You just got to put on a smile, yeah.
I do, because I got so tired of trying to figure out where I know these people from. I gave up, but went on the date with the attorney. Let me ask you this. How many drugs did he bring on the date? Probably not enough.
Okay. Well, I've heard that like a lot of the reason, or the reason most people go into like the law and attorneys and things like that is because they want to use drugs and they don't want to get drug tested.
Okay.
And I'd say most of the attorneys that I've ever met in my life, they've just had bags of coke on them every time you're around them.
Well, if he did, he needed to do something because he was falling asleep.
I was never mind. He might have been that attorney.
Yeah. But that's the end of that was the end of the date. So he lives in Baton Rouge. I do not live in Baton Rouge. I live close. I don't live in New Orleans. I live closer to Baton Rouge. And so he picks a place in Baton Rouge.
Oh, thank you for driving here today then. Well,
I was here last night.
Okay.
I work in New Orleans. I'm always here. I cross that spillway like once, twice a day, sometimes more, but I try not to. That's a pain in the butt. But sometimes I'm not even in this state. So you're lucky I'm here. But he picks a place. I'm like, all right, it's a taco place. I love tacos. I love margaritas. I'm a sucker. And I'm driving there. It's like 45 minutes away from my house because Baton Rouge traffic is freaking terrible.
Horrible.
I get there. There's no parking because it's on Government Street, which is also like terrible. It's like Magazine Street. And can't find a parking spot. So he messages me on Instagram because he don't have my phone number. And it's like 2 minutes past the time we were going to meet. And he's like, hey, where are you? And I'm like, looking for parking. He's like, oh yeah, parking was really bad. So I get there and we meet up and he tells me, he's like, yeah, I tried to drive over here for a parking spot. Couldn't find one. Drove back home because he lives 5-minute walking distance from this place. I'm like, so you picked a place that you could walk 5 minutes to and I had to drive 45? And you didn't think when you couldn't find a parking spot to have me meet at your house and we could have just walked together? That didn't cross your mind?
Did you say that to him?
No, but that's what I was thinking.
Why didn't you say it to him?
I don't know.
You got to speak up, man.
I was like, this is stupid.
Let him know. What if he just didn't think about it? What if he is dumb?
Well, then why do I want to date him?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's why if you would have said that, he would have been like, damn. Like maybe he would have thought about it.
We never spoke again after this date. So this was a one-time thing. Never happened again. And so we ate our one taco, and we drank our margarita, which I swear there was no alcohol in that drink at all. I guess I'm just from New Orleans and we put liquor in cups. I don't know. And he starts yawning and he was like, I'm sorry. I'm just feeling real lethargic. Is it okay if I go home and take a nap? And this is a lunch date. Like it's noon. I'm like, yeah, baby, go home and take a nap.
Maybe he wanted you to come with him.
No, he did not. So we leave the place and like we walk out the door here and we go down the street and my car is like right on the corner, like right here. And he just continues walking straight. I'm like, oh, my car's right here. And I veer off to my car and he's like, oh, okay, I live right down the road. Have a nice day. And he just walks off. No like side hug, nothing. That doesn't even walk me the 5 feet to my car. I'm like, what the hell is this shit?
Man was lethargic.
I'm like, you need me to bring you home? Like, that might be a long 5-minute walk if you can't make it. I'm like, you need me to drive you? I'm not going to do it, but.
Bro was trying to get that nap in.
I guess. And I'm like, oh, if you need a nap and it's noon, you definitely can't hang with me.
Hey, I can't say anything about it because I take a nap every day.
Every day?
Just about, yeah. Yeah, I come here in the morning. I go work out in the morning, then come here after that and get my work done here. Mm-hmm. I go home and take me a little nap.
And then what? You come back?
Do whatever in the afternoon. Depends on what I got going on.
That's why you can't do as many things in a day is because you take a nap every day.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing's wrong with it. You can just get more done if you don't take a nap every day. Now you feel so
refreshed whenever you wake up from a nap.
No.
So I can like be half-ass in the afternoon or I can take a nap and be whole-ass in the afternoon.
If I take a nap, I'm just done.
Oh, see, that's the difference.
Like my day's just over. I'm napping the whole day.
No, see, like bears, we can take a cat nap.
Like if I go to the gym on a Saturday morning and I get home at 9 a.m. and I decide I want to take a nap, that's it. Saturday's done.
Well, why do you? It's because you do too much then. That's why when you lay down, you just pass out.
I do too much. Yeah. I ain't even gonna lie.
Now, whenever I lay down, I'm like, I'm gonna wake up refreshed and get some more work done.
I think was it Friday? I was driving back home, and I didn't have any caffeine that day, and I definitely fell asleep in the car quite a few times trying to get back home.
Are you a caffeine addict too?
I don't think I am, but apparently that day I really needed some, and I didn't have any.
So anyway, one of my dates that I went on, that's a tragic story. I meet this girl at this coffee shop, right? I get there first and I go in and I'm just kind of waiting on her and I see her walk in. I walk up to her and I'm like, hey, let's go get some coffee, you know? So I approach, I'm looking in her eyes. So I don't notice the entire wardrobe, right? This will come in play later. So we get our coffee. I get a tea, she gets coffee. We go sit down outside we're chatting. It's going great. And then she hits me with, I don't wear shoes. And I was like, what? And I look under the table, and sure enough, she doesn't have shoes on. And I was like, so what's your reason for not wearing shoes? And I was like, are you grounding or something? You know, grounding's a thing. Yeah. Like, are you grounding? And she's like, no, I just don't find them comfortable, so I don't wear them. And I'm like, okay. So I'm still trying to keep this going. And I'm like,
and this is in New Orleans.
In New Orleans, yeah.
No shoes. Okay.
Coffee shop on Esplanade or somewhere over there. In New Orleans, yeah. So I asked her after that, I was like, so what happens if you go to the French Quarter? Do you not wear shoes down there? And she's like, no, I don't wear shoes down there either. And I was like, God, have you seen the water puddles that are down there? That are just like horse shit, vomit, piss.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, you can't catch disease from not wearing shoes. And I'm like, well, that's not accurate. And then she spent the next like 10 minutes just berating me about how you can't catch disease from not wearing shoes. And I just sit there and like listen to her, and it's getting so bad that like everyone in the fucking place is looking over at us.
Staring at her feet now. They're like,
well, no, they're just looking over at the table like, what the fuck did this guy do to this girl? And why is she getting so mad at him? And I'm just sitting there. I'm not saying anything. And finally I stood up and I shook her hand and I was like, it was great to meet you. And I just dipped the fuck out.
Like, yeah, I need a bitch with some shoes on.
Well, anyway, next time I saw her at a club one night and she had fucking shoes on. I know, right?
Did you go up to her and be like, what's up with his feet?
Didn't even say anything to her, man. I'm like, what kind of crazy is like that though, you know? Like, what is she going through? That's kind of what I was thinking whenever she was like going at me.
Like, unless you live in like a beach town, you need shoes.
And then another one that I had one night. This is when I just started having fun with them, right? Because I was like, I'm meeting just crazy fucking people, which makes sense. We live in a crazy city. So I'm like, it makes sense that the crazies come to this fucking place because they can blend in very well. Anyway, so on this date with this chick, it started off weird anyway, because I'm sitting outside and she walks up and she walks past me. And I'm like, hey, I think I'm here to meet you. And she's like, no, you're not. She just keeps walking. And I'm like, damn, I know my pictures look like me. Okay. So I know that she knows it was me. And then, so I follow her in the bar like a creep. Right now I'm just a creep. And I finally convinced her that I'm the guy. Right.
So you just thought she didn't know that you were the guy she was supposed to meet.
Yeah, I think she was just nervous walking up. So she saw me and just kind of like was like, no, you're not. Like a guy's hitting on her outside. Anyway, so we get inside and we're chatting at a table, and all of a sudden she starts breaking down crying about her mom. And I was like, okay, we can come back from this. So I bring her back from the teariness. Okay, now we're back happy again. And then the next thing I know, about 5 more minutes goes by and she starts crying about being a woman of color in the US and boohooing again at the table. And once again, people are starting to stare. All right, we'll pull her back from this one. So I got her back. We're happy again. And next thing I know, she starts fucking bawling about something else. And I was like, I gotta go. I gotta get out of here. This is getting weird.
You find worse people than I do.
It's just, I don't even know what it is either. I don't know if they've just been on so many bad dates or if they're just like so like fucked up in the head because of life that they bring that to the table. But like, you'd think that they would mask that shit until at least after the first date, right?
I mean, the first 5.
Or maybe it's just the way I talk to people. I don't know. Maybe I pull the evil out of them right when I first meet them.
Well, I'm keeping my shoes on and I'm not crying, so I don't know what to tell you.
She didn't say yet.
Good luck. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know. You meet a lot of freaks too, though. So I mean, I think that the real issue here is that a lot of people haven't met enough weirdos.
Like other people.
Yeah. So like I'm meeting these people on these first dates and I'm a pretty fucking weird dude. Like I talk about crazy ass shit. I don't know. Did you hear one of my new experiments is making mead with vaginal yeast?
No, I have not heard that one.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll get into that later too. But no, it's just like some weird shit like that. I'll bring that up on the first date because I think it's cool. But a lot of people are like, what?
Yeah, I'm boring.
Well, I mean,
I have really great stories and I tell a lot of jokes. But
boring to some people is exciting, right?
Oh, it is. The people at my gym, like my life fascinates them.
What gym do you go to?
CrossFit 3090.
Is that like somewhere else?
Yeah, I'm in the cult. No, it's somewhere else.
Okay. You're in the cult? Dude, CrossFit people have great bodies.
We do.
Yeah, I do think the pull-up thing they do is weird, but they have great bodies.
Hey, look, I can do a pull-up now. I can do a handstand push-up. I can climb ropes.
But hang on, is it a real pull-up or is it a CrossFit pull-up?
Both. We do both.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go work out with me one day? We go do it.
No, dude, I can't do cardio shit anymore. At this age,
You mean at this age?
I'm so old now.
How old are you?
38.
Same.
Yeah.
No excuses.
Look at my hair. It's going gray. I told you it's falling out of the top. It's getting rough over here.
We're the same age.
Now, you're like tiny though, okay?
So what does that have to do with anything? You're closer to the pull-up bar.
Big people, their joints wear out quicker. It's a fact. I said it right here. It's a fact.
I just don't like to run because I have little legs.
I fucking hate running too.
I don't like it. I don't like wall balls because the line I have to hit is way far away.
But you like squats?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna say I like squats. I'm just really good at them because I'm so close to the ground.
You're tiny and you got a dunk.
We did I do have a big butt. We did like 1,000 pistols the other day, and not a lot of people can do those.
What's a pistol?
A 1-leg squat.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah, I know. It's terrible.
But it's probably easy for you with a low center of gravity.
I know. My butt, it was really hurting this morning. I was like, oh yeah, we did pistols. But I watched my video today of my class yesterday, and I'm like, look at my back muscles. So.
Yeah, no, CrossFit, like I said, the people that do it have great bodies. I did one workout one time in Arkansas at a CrossFit place, and I was like, this is just too much work. Like, I just want to go lift some weights.
Mm-hmm. Can't handle it. I get it. Not everybody can.
Yeah, one of the greatest shapes I've ever been in my life, though, I was doing MMA workouts. Like those, I fucking love those because it's punching a bag and stuff, so it gets my aggression out too. Mm-hmm. That was the issue I had with CrossFit. It was like too much work, not enough aggression release. Okay. That's why I like going and just like fucking pumping out some massive weight. It's an aggression release.
I know. Sometimes we do partner Fridays, so you have to split the workout however you want with a partner. And sometimes depending on who I'm partnered with that day, I feel real bad for them if I get stuck with somebody that's newer. Because some of the movements, if it's like a lot of body weight stuff, I am very fast. And some people don't want to be my partner. So there's a lot of times where I have to do it alone because they're like, no, we'd rather work out alone than work out with her. But if it's running, I'm like, you're good. Like you'll get a lot of break time.
I need to start doing something with more cardio. I know that.
Sex.
Yeah. You know, it's one of the things too that I've, I would say I took a vow, but I've been celibate for quite a while now.
Over a year?
The first time it was 3 years, and then I broke my celibacy, and I think I'm going on 2.5 years now. Okay. Yeah.
I'll be a year in August. I'm almost there.
Yeah. And for me, it's just, the first time I did it, it was almost like a test of control. Cause I found that like as a young man, I was being led around by my dick. Like basically it was following it everywhere it wanted to go. Mm-hmm. And as like a way to take back the power over that, I was like, I'm just not going to do anything that it wants. And after about like 6 months is when the urges started going away. And I was like, oh, well, shit. Now I'm actually thinking with this head.
I just don't like people.
But I mean, you don't really have to be around them that long.
I mean,
like if you just want to get off, you know, find you someone that can do that for you.
They start talking and I'm like, no.
Don't let them talk. Like, keep your mouth shut. I'm here for one thing and one thing only. Hot tour.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. When she brands her lube, then I'll get back in the game.
I don't think she's going to. I think we're gonna have to do it for her. I feel like we could do this. We could make the product and then we give her like a 25% cut.
Why we got to give her anything? She don't even want no part of our business.
I mean, you don't want to create a lawsuit though, where she takes it all. So, you know, you offer her 25%.
To keep her quiet.
Yeah.
You talk about it on the podcast. I can showcase it on stage.
Yeah. You just get on the stage and you grab the bottle. It looks like a penis and you're just like, hot tour.
Yeah. That can be my microphone.
Yeah.
I could sell it on my website.
Dude, we've done it. It's branded. We're done. Now we just got to find somewhere to some person to make the lube. It's probably a thing. I'll ask AI later.
I mean, we're in New Orleans. Somebody here has to know how to make lube.
Well, no, do you mess with AI any?
A little bit.
Oh my God, I fucking love it. It's the greatest thing ever. Greatest thing ever made. But I've actually started making my own AIs. So I have one at home that's really fucking smart. And I'll ask it later. I'll be like, yo, if I want somewhere to make lube, where can I go?
In a penis-shaped bottle.
I think I don't know if yeah, we'll have to go through that too, won't we? Mm-hmm. I've already said it. I have to. It's not just going to be like, we
can like 3D print a prototype.
It's got to be a veiny penis too.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can use yours as a model.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
Why not?
We're getting risque here.
No one's going to see it.
Yeah, but if people know that it's my dick.
So that might be more. And you would sell more just for them to trust me. This is how my life works. You would sell more if they know. They're like, I've seen the person behind this modeled plastic container.
Let me run it by my agent.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'll get back to you on that one.
Because I'm convinced like people follow me on OnlyFans just because they want to see what the 2 inches. Nah, that's not even 2 inches. I have tiny boobs. They're like, we just want to see. We know this person.
Like the nipple?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What a weird thing, you know?
Look, whatever.
No, I mean, it's only weird because like you can kind of conceptualize what your nipple looks like if you've ever seen a redhead naked. But like people will follow you just to see the nip.
Yep.
I mean, you know, do what you want to do.
Look, to each his own. Like I'm still like, I'm going to find the people that want to buy this lube. I need to find the feet people. I'm going to find the people that want me to come and clean their house topless.
The feet people.
There's supposed to be a lot of them, and I like shoes. So they need to come and, buy me some shoes, take me to get pedicures, send me some money.
Like, isn't that another, this may sound, like I'm kink shaming, but isn't it another weird kink that people have, the foot thing?
Dude, that girl you went on a date with, I guarantee you she has a foot daddy. I mean, wasn't Quentin Tarantino the one that's like obsessed with 30 feet?
You think that's why she didn't wear shoes? Maybe you think she thought that I was that guy?
Maybe. Dang. You could have been her foot daddy.
That's what she was thinking. She's like, I'm looking for a guy that loves some nasty feet. Mm-hmm. So this is what I'm gonna do. Because
I know it's one of the big directors.
Tarantino.
Yeah. So every film, there's one person in there with funky ass feet.
Well, he has a foot shot that he doesn't ever film. But I mean, even the one he did with Selma Hayek, he was like licking her feet to kill off of it. Ugh. Mm-hmm. I mean, Selma Hayek is pretty fucking hot.
But still.
But I don't want no stank on them feet. Like she's.
Look, they got a burlesque performer. He's a really good friend of mine. And he will do a show and pick a random person in the audience, take off their shoe and shove their foot in his mouth. And I'm just like, bleh.
No, dude.
You know where that foot's been?
All day long on Bourbon Street and shit. Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm like, I will never drink anything after you or eat anything after you because I know what you put in your mouth. It's pretty bad.
Like, what do you think? What do you think created that kink?
I don't know. I mean, I get it. There's lots of kinks. Like, people like different things.
Well, no, I think about this all the time, right? Mm-hmm. Because I'm like, what would create certain kinks? Like, I get the first time you ever get off, like whatever you're using to get off, like that could be creating the kink. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, like a foot kink.
But how is there's no way the foot's the first thing that got you off. No way. So
I have a story about this. And it's not my story. It's a story.
Sure.
It's a story that another guy told me. Mm-hmm. Yes. I
don't know. Your face is looking a little suspicious.
Dude, I couldn't even make this up.
Okay.
Like, it's so good. I don't want to say the guy's name who said it.
Because he's going to listen to this.
Well, no, he'll never listen to this. He'll never even hear that I'm telling this story. And it probably is not a true story that he did. But one night we were outside of the bar and he was telling me this story and I was laughing my fucking ass off. He said he got with this girl who, it was her first time to ever have sex. And he didn't want to be the girl to take her virginity. So he told her, he's like, look, I don't want to take your virginity, but we can do stuff. And he's like, have you ever heard of a foot job? And she's like, no, what's that? So he said he lays her on the bed, back down, and he's like, put your feet up. So she puts her feet up in the air and he starts fucking in between her feet. Mm-hmm. And he gets off and he's like, that's a foot job. And I was like, dude, the next fucking guy that she gets with, she's fucking gonna be like, have you ever had a foot job? I'm like, you created
and that's how
this.
It starts.
You created this shit.
Mm-hmm. That poor girl's never even had sex, but she's done that one already.
Foot job, man.
Hey, maybe that'll be the pathway for her to be a foot model. I don't know.
I don't know either.
She can make all kind of money on her feet. But homegirl walking around barefoot, I don't know about that one.
So did you enjoy the Dom thing?
Yeah, it was fun. I enjoy anything that makes a whole lot of money for me to do very little effort.
Right. I mean, some people like, well, this guy right here in particular, he paid for that shit. Like, I don't get that either.
I guess he probably paid for it.
Yeah, I don't get the whole like pain equals pleasure deal. I never understood that.
Well, they have pay pigs. You've heard of the term pay pigs.
What is that?
That's just men that pay you money. They just give you money. You don't do anything.
Just for no reason?
Yeah, it's like financial domination.
Interesting.
They just want you to take their money. Sometimes they want you to be mean to them. Just tell them that you deserve their money more than they do. You can spend it better. You need to take all of their money.
There's got to be some like tax write-off there or something.
I mean, I guess if you're not paying them under the table, yeah.
I know a lot of very wealthy people, and I can't just imagine them just giving their money away without having some kind of benefit tax-wise.
Or maybe it's not like, that level of financial wealthy people. It's the ones right under it that they don't care.
It's just Jeremy at home lives with his mom in the basement. Yeah.
And then they got the older generation that they just want to talk to someone. I will sit there all day and you could talk to me. Tell me all your war stories. I don't care. Old white men love redheads. I will get hit on by old white men everywhere I go before I get hit on by anybody that I'm remotely attracted to.
You're not attracted to white men?
Old ones? I'm talking like 70.
What do you think it is about redheads they like?
I have no idea. Like a unicorn? Who knows?
Just something that's different?
I guess. I don't know. I've never asked them. I'm not striking up conversations with them for free.
I don't know. Maybe you should dive into it. You find out what they actually like, then you can market to that.
I mean, I think I'm marketing pretty good to them.
I bet I know why they like redheads.
Well, then tell me.
No, it's
why?
It's pretty dirty. I'll have to bleep it out.
You can bleep it out. Tell me. I'm going to know.
I can't say it on here. I'll say it off camera.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll say it later.
We'll go have a drink later.
Yeah,
we're going to go on a date. I could be a next date story.
I mean, this is a bar. Like, if we want to, we can just mix up some cocktails right now.
Okay.
Yeah, you have your shoes on, so you're good.
I'm going to leave my shoes on. Yeah. And I'm not going to cry.
Oh, I might like that, though.
You want me to cry?
She turned me on to that. Yeah, actually.
That's your new kink?
Yeah, it's my new kink. I love it when women cry.
Well, see, I can't cry then. I'm going to break your 2.5-year streak.
Damn. What?
You
can't cry, so you're going to break my 2.5-year streak?
Well, you just said that's a turn on for you. If I cry, I'm going to break your streak.
Can you cry?
Who knows?
So we just did a film, and the film is in one part I have to cry. Have you ever used a tear stick?
I did see your video about it, but I have not.
You saw that shit? Mm-hmm. Oh my God, they're the worst. They're the worst. And I didn't feel like that moment needed to cry. That's why I was like, dude, there's no way that my character would ever cry in this moment.
They just wanted you to.
And yeah, he's like, dude, I paid $26 through tear stick.
We got paid for it. We're going to use it.
He's like, you need to use it. And I was like, okay, fuck it. Give me the tear. So we did like one shot without the tears. Then we did another shot with the tear stick. Dude.
Not fun.
I mean, it works. I'll tell you that it works. So if you ever do have a guy that's like, I want you to cry for me.
Just get a tear stick.
Get a tear stick. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I've used them now for a couple of films. They work really well.
Did it turn yourself on when you cry?
I'm just joking. I don't really get turned on by crying women. Actually, I think I read something one time about a woman who's crying and what that does to a man. Like if a man hears a woman cry, they're supposed to like feel emotional. So if you ever come across a guy that's like, I want you to cry for me, you're like, that's a psychopath. 100% a psychopath.
Like if you make me cry, you better just start running.
Oh, you get angry.
Well, if somebody made me cry. Yeah.
What if they were like, God, you're so beautiful. And you got
Please
so
don't.
emotional because of that, that you started crying.
No.
You're talking about angry tears.
Yeah.
So do you do any forms of meditations or anything?
No.
You don't get into that kind of stuff?
Nope. I meditate in my hour drive home, thinking about what I have to do when I get there. I haven't even watched television in my TV has not been turned on in, I don't even know, 8 months.
What all do you do whenever you're not like burlesquing?
Unpack a bag, pack the next bag, get on an airplane, leave the airport.
Just basically get ready for the next thing.
I'm always working. I do read a lot now. I have stopped watching as much TV and now I just read a whole lot more.
And how do you, so I used to challenge myself because I'm a horrible reader. Like I'm horrible because my attention's everywhere all the time. And I know a lot of that's because of the iPhones and shit, lowering your attention span. So how do you curb that?
I've always enjoyed reading.
Really?
Yeah. And I'll read like, if it's like a bigger book that's like a murder mystery or something a little more complex, then like the next book I'll read like a couple of like, it'll take me a day or two, like trash novels that aren't very in depth.
Are you reading that smut?
It's not, I don't really read the smut novels. I'm not going to sit here. Like there's some girls that they're like, they read one and like, oh my God, you got to get the next one. It's like these sci-fi fantasy sex books in print. And I'm like, that's not for me.
like werewolf smut.
Yeah, no.
I did see there's a name for this now. I've actually made a name for this, and it's I forgot what the name actually was, but it's women that want to sleep with like sci-fi animals and creatures.
Okay. I've just heard the book talk term, like the book talk guy, and they're getting all these guys to read like sexy passages from the books. I'm like, all right, I'm here for that part.
What is it?
Book talk, like on TikTok.
What's that?
It's like all the girlies that are like obsessed with the smut novels, and they have guys that have now like adopted the personas in these books and will say some of the lines from the most popular ones, and they're all dressed up like these hot, sexy villains. And the girls like go crazy for it. I don't know.
God, the internet's such a...
I have had people send me books, and there used to be a comic book and a graphic artist that would send me his books, and just for me to
Were you a character in them?
I was not a character in them, but just for me to read to him the things that he wrote, or people would send me books and I would just read to them.
You should make your own comic.
Okay. About what?
Well, no,
what's my storyline?
You could be like the burlesque. I don't know. You're a New Orleans burlesque performer, but you actually fight crime after you get off stage.
Well, we do have a lot of that.
A lot of crime?
We're in New Orleans. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. A lot of crime, but not a lot of burlesque dancers that fight crime, though.
Well, we have none.
But I'm saying you could do that, and you could have like a drag queen partner, like your sidekick. Mm-hmm. And the drag queen could be like this giant.
To say it has to be a very tall person. The dynamic would be great. So that's pretty much all of them.
There's an AI you can use for this too.
I'm sure there is.
Yeah, they're everywhere, dude. It's crazy. It's an amazing tool. Yeah, you just basically type in what you want the AI to what kind of characters you want in the story.
They can just do my whole thing for me. Can they draw too? Because like AI can just draw my character.
It makes the images and everything.
I'd be like, here's what I look like. Have fun. Yeah. Make me cute. I want to be a little tiny badass fighting burlesque bitch.
I'll send you the website for the AI that I found that does comics.
Okay.
It's fucking dope.
I want an Ember Alert coloring book.
I'm sure it can do that too.
I want like a whole coloring book of pictures of me. Nudes, in costume, like all of it.
I bet it could do that.
I mean, have you seen the Golden Gilfs coloring book?
No.
It's the Golden Girls, but it's all porn.
Right.
It's great.
I'm not sure I want to see grandmothers naked.
It's hilarious. You don't know what you're missing.
Well, do you have it?
I do have one.
You have the actual book? You don't have the pictures on your phone?
No, I have the book at home.
Okay. I was gonna say
I'll send you a picture. I'll find my favorite one and I'll send it over.
Okay. Yeah, send me an old.
They're all uncolored because I haven't colored it.
Well, yeah. I mean, you could save that dude and sell it for later.
Well, I had bought 3 and I gave 2 away as presents. Mm-hmm. But a friend of mine is the one that introduced them to me as a producer in town, and she puts them in the raffle bags. And there was another one. Was it Seinfeld? There's another.
Damn, the Seinfeld character's naked?
I think it might have been Seinfeld. I'd have to go back and look. I'm like, dang, they got more than the Golden Girls up in here? This is great. I love it.
Golden Gilfs.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Blanche and Rose getting bent over the couch. Yeah.
By who?
What was it? Mr. Girth 3000 or something?
Yeah. What is his fucking name?
I don't know. It's your friend.
Oh, I don't know the guy. I just saw him on Instagram and I went to investigate.
That's a girl's job.
I mean, I'm just a curious human. Like, I don't really fuck this guy, but I'm like, I wonder what does he think huge is, you know? Did you ever you saw the Drake picture, right?
No.
Okay. Well, he has a picture that went viral about his cock too.
Okay.
And I was like, I got to go see it.
So that's how we have to go viral. We got to show our cocks now.
Well, no, I'm just saying like things are happening and I want to know like what they're talking about. So in order to know what they're talking about,
you got to go look at it.
I have to go look at it. Yeah.
Curiosity.
Yeah. We were up here at the bar one night. We were talking about the Drake one and I was like, I'm going to Google it. So I gave it to Google and I was like, okay. I see what they're talking about now. And I looked around the bar and I was like, would any of you other guys like to see it? And there was only one guy that was man enough that was like, yeah, I'll check it out. The rest of them were like, no, we don't want to see that.
See that.
Hey, who gives a shit?
If it was some titties, you'd want to see it.
No, what happened was as soon as they walked out of the bar, they
all
fucking
went and Googled it.
Yeah.
But see, they could have just Googled it in your phone because then, the phone's only going to show you all of the other ads that are associated with that particular image.
With Drake's pee-pee?
Mm-hmm. Now all of their phones are going to have, whatever ads. Penis enlargement. Who knows?
What did pop up after that? Was there anything good?
Something weird had to have popped up. I'm convinced. Like you search one thing on your phone and that's all you see.
Well, so it's also a thing. It's a proximity deal. A lot of people think that, if I'm talking to you about Drake's dick, that it's going to pop on my phone later.
I'm a screenshot it when it comes across my phone.
Well, it's a proximity thing. So if I'm looking up dog food earlier on my phone, then it's going to assume that since you and I are sitting close to each other,
want dog food,
that you want some dog food as well.
Okay.
So it's going to show you ads for dog food. I learned this because one of the jobs we did a while back, film jobs we were doing, was based off of that technology.
Well, your phone's about to have a whole lot of burlesque stuff start popping up.
That's okay. I like titties.
Mm-hmm.
Like what else stuff is burlesque that it would pop up? Like merkins? You guys wear merkins?
I don't, but they do.
They wear merkins?
Yeah. I was very close. I went to the Burlesque Hall of Fame in Vegas a couple weeks ago, and one of the vendors was selling them, and I was very close and tempted to like buying one for the first time because they do look cool on stage because you can like turn to the side and look completely naked. Mm-hmm. But I'm like a dancer, and I'm just not confident that that's going to stay.
Right. Yeah.
Like, I just don't think that it's going to stay.
So does it just like paste all the way under?
Yeah. They like tape it or glue it to the front and then shove it up the back. And I guess they tape it back there. I don't really know. I know there's ones that it's like a stick, and I'm like, well, how does it hold in? And they're like, it just stays in between your butt cheeks. I'm like, I don't trust it.
No,
I'm going to do a cartwheel and that thing's going to go. Phew.
Well, I mean, sometimes you're on stage and the lights are hitting you. You get a little sweaty too. Mm-hmm. Yeah. One of the films that I did a while back, it was a nude scene. We were banging, and the chick started off with a pasty on, and quickly we got sweaty, and it came off. And she was just there naked. Yeah.
Same thing happens with the pasties. You sweat too much, they fall off.
I'll make you American. Okay. What do you want it to look like?
I don't know. Surprise me.
Okay. I have one on my mannequin over there.
Oh yeah.
That I've made.
Did you made it?
Yeah.
I'll take your artistic creativity.
Shape. It's purple though.
Okay. It's stuck on there real good.
The one over there, I think I had to screw it on because people were trying to take it off. They were trying to rip it off.
They're trying to steal your marking.
They're trying to steal it. Yeah.
Maybe you should start marketing them. That could be a new business adventure for you.
I don't know. I like to do things like once or twice, figure out how to do them, and then I move on to something else. It's like my mead adventures. Like I started off making mead the regular way, and then I had to do something crazy like with vaginal yeast. And now I'm just kind of bored with the hobby already.
So you're going to get bored with our Huck2 lube molded after your penis?
Absolutely. Yeah. But it's like after it's done. So like if I started a business and like someone was there to run the business, then the business could keep going. Okay. It would keep generating revenue. I just wouldn't do it anymore.
You just forget about it and move on to the next.
I'd go do something else. Yeah. Just how my brain works. That's why I love doing the podcast thing, because like it's someone new every week that I can sit down and chat with.
What has been your most interesting person you got to sit down and chat with?
Well, it was one that honestly I didn't think was going to be a very good podcast. There was a guy who lived in Germany when he was young, and he was there when the wall came down. So that was probably my most interesting guy that I've had a chat with. But I've had some like really dope chats, man. I've had there's a guy who's working on a homeless issue out in San Francisco. He came on. It was really dope. I have a bunch of actors and comedians on. They're cool.
I mean, there's so many different types of people in New Orleans.
Oh yeah, I think one of my favorite ones, and I'm projecting, okay, because it hasn't happened yet.
Oh, okay.
But we chatted the other day on Friday actually about the podcast, and this guy's a therapist. I can't even say his name. Okay. Yeah, he doesn't want to like put his name out there because he doesn't want to lose his job. Okay. But some of the things we were talking about the other day about schizophrenia and things, that's going to be a cool podcast, and that's going to happen next week. Nice. Yeah, so that one's going to be really nice.
Is he going to say his name next week, or it's all going to be like a secret?
No, it's got to be a secret. Okay. Even the filming, like we're not going to film. We're just going to do strictly audio. But it'll be on YouTube as well. But it's going to be a pretty cool podcast because I love mental health. Fascinates me. Because I think, especially in the world we live in today, just people have so much coming at them all the time.
Well, social media has just ruined. It's just ruined people with the younger generation. They don't know how to live without social media.
Well, like, what do you mean ruined them though?
They're like, especially for like women, like younger girls, like everything with the filters, the way they look, like there was no Botox when I was growing up and I was a teenager. Now you got like 20-year-olds doing Botox because that's crazy. Just the images they see on the internet because they have this phone in their hand that they get to look at all day long. We didn't have that. We went outside and drank water out of the freaking hose attached to the house. They're like, don't come inside. Y'all are dirty and sweaty. Now they're just inside, spending hundreds of dollars on Sephora and skincare products when they already have perfect skin. They just got ruined by social media. We didn't have that.
That's a good point. My niece and my nephew, every time I go home, I try to my niece is already of the age now where she doesn't give a shit anymore. She's like, get away from me kind of thing. But my nephew's still young. So we go outside and we do like activities. Like we'll go outside and just dig a hole.
I bet you just dig worms up.
Yeah, just dig a hole. I don't know.
Worms are great.
Last time we were there, we dug a tunnel in a mound of dirt and he fucking loved it. But like he needs to be outside doing things like that. Yeah.
Not stuck to the iPad in the house.
Yeah, no, that's where they are 90% of the time.
And like I was, I wasn't a girly girl growing up and like obsessed with makeup, and I'm still not. Like I walk in to the backstage and see some of the burlesque dancers and their face is like completely painted. And there's definitely been shows where I'll pop on red lipstick and eyelashes and that's it. Like that's it. Nothing's on my face. No skin makeup, no eyeshadow, no eyeliner, no blush.
But I mean, redheads have natural blush though. So
this is true. And I have great skin. So I guess I can get away with it. Like this might be my look for tonight's show. I'm done. I'm not putting that much effort into it.
Are you guys getting, right now it's Pride Month, right? So you guys got a lot of stuff going on with that?
There was a lot of shows. There was a lot of people that, summer is really bad for burlesque performers. It's especially in New Orleans because it's hot. So for whatever reason, I think it's an urban legend, but they always say summers are bad for burlesque performers. My summers are always great. I don't know why. Last summer was insanely busy for me. And then this summer I have not had time to breathe.
No, I see your schedule, man. You look great. It's busy always.
Yeah. Like I'll post my schedule on Instagram and every single month something gets added to it after I posted it. And I'm always like, oh, well, there it is. If there's like a bunch of things that get added, I'll just make a whole new one. If it's like one or two, I'm just like, here's the flyers. Hope y'all find it.
Yeah.
But at least, next month I get to go my first vacation of the year. That is not a burlesque related vacation. I'm just going to go, not even pack a costume. I'm not going to have a rhinestone unless it's, just in the suitcase, which is going to happen.
Where are you going?
Belize.
Oh, nice.
Yep. So I'll be sitting on a beach in about a week.
You ever do do they do burlesque on cruises?
I think that Trixie Minx has a burlesque deal with the cruise ship right now.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I've been trying to reach out to her and get her on the podcast. She doesn't know me though, so it makes sense.
You mean to like nudge her a little bit?
Nudge her, yeah, if you're around her. I don't know her. I had Michael Dardant come on a few weeks ago and we were chatting about it.
I haven't seen him in a while. He's great. I love him.
Yeah, he's an OG that I knew. He's like one of the first people I met when I came to New Orleans. How did we even meet?
Me and you?
Yeah.
Film stuff.
Was it?
Was it Jonah's film?
Maybe so. Yeah.
That was a while ago. I don't know. I feel like I knew you before we did that film.
Possibly. I don't know. It's such a small community down here that whenever you get in it, you know everybody.
It's been a while. It's been too long. COVID makes my brain. I'm like, I don't even know anymore.
That's a good point.
Because
yeah.
all I've done now is like short films. So it was definitely all pre-COVID that we met. You can like scroll back to like the messages and see what the first message was and then narrow it down from there. But I'm not going to do that.
No, it's too much work.
Yeah. I had a crush on you like for the longest time though.
Dang.
I know.
And then you're like, I actually met you and realized what your personality was like. And then the crush went away immediately.
No, I'd still go on a date with you.
Dang.
I would. With shoes on. I would wear shoes for you. I'd make you come to a burlesque show though.
Have I not been to one of your burlesque shows?
No.
You like know everyone that's out there in the audience?
No, but if I like the person, I would know if they came to my show, and I know you have not came to my show.
What if I've been in the back?
No. But like come in during the middle and creep out after I'm done. It's like a creeper? No.
That's how I roll.
No, I would know.
I would come tonight to your show, but we have 7-3 Distillery here tonight. They're coming through to do like a promotional deal for karaoke.
Okay. Well, tonight's going to be an outside show, so it's going to be hot.
Hot and sweaty.
Yep. We're doing a benefit show. The producer's kitty cat has cancer, so it's a fundraiser. Burlesque and variety.
There was another like animal rescue type show Friday. I wonder if it's like a big thing they're doing right now.
I don't know. I don't remember that one.
Yeah, Blazin was in it. Blazin's our house drag queen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Y'all do drag shows here?
Well, she hosts karaoke.
Nice.
Yeah.
We're doing
you know Towner, the bartender?
maybe if I saw them.
Okay, blazing his persona. Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing is it next month? Maybe it's in August. I think in August my friend's doing a show. She's a seamstress in the film industry. And right when the strike was popping off, she did a burlesque variety show for all the people in the film industry that were affected that are also have something with not necessarily burlesque, but some kind of a burlesque sideshow drag, if they're videographers, directors, if they vend any sort of pop-up situation. And it turned out to be a really great event. And because, the film industry is not back to where we would like it to be, she's doing the show again in August. So any film people that want to be a part of this big show to make a little extra cash can apply to be in it.
Interesting. How do they get a hold of her?
Her Instagram is Honey Tangerine Productions. She gave up Facebook, so that's predominantly where you have to find her at.
Why does that sound familiar?
Honey Tangerine?
Yeah, it sounds familiar.
That used to be her stage name.
Okay.
But she decided to drop it as her stage name and just keep it as the production company and go by her legal name, CC Dynamite.
That's her legal name?
Yes.
Wow.
So her first name is Cecilia and her middle name is Dynamite because her mom thought, maybe my baby wants to be a stripper when she grows up. So I'm going to give her the middle name of Dynamite.
That's hilarious.
And I'm like, girl, why did you not use that from the get-go?
Yeah.
You had a built-in burlesque name.
No,
I would have totally ran with it if my name was Dynamite. Like, damn. But yeah, she's a film seamstress, so you might have run across her at some point. As either Honey or Cece. I'd just call her whatever comes out first. Yeah, you can do a podcast at the show. I don't know.
That would actually be fun. I didn't think I would
kind of like an MST3K thing. Talk about all the acts that are happening.
What is that?
Like an MST3K.
What is that?
You never seen that show? No, I feel like you would love that. It's got like the people that like they have an old movie and there's like they're not even people, they're characters and like a robot and like one human, but they're talking about everything. It's like commentary. They're doing the commentary for whatever film they're watching.
Okay, I think I've seen a clip of that before. What'd you call it though?
MST3K.
Mystery science.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, no, I've seen a few things in Mystery Science. I didn't get it though. Like when I was watching the movie, I was like, I want to watch the movie rather than these two guys talk about it. Yeah, we could do that.
One of my friends is obsessed with it and they would do a burlesque show. Every now and then they'll do a burlesque show. And if they don't get it, if it's niche enough to where they don't get enough responses of people that want to do it, they'll just call me and they're like, I know this is not your thing, but like, here's a song, here's a character, wear this, and you'll do great. I'm like, everybody's like last minute improv fill-in.
I think we should do that. Actually, will you be seeing CC anytime soon?
Tonight.
Yeah, tell her to reach out to me, or I'll reach out to her. We'll try to set something up. That'd be kind of fun to do. We'll I can get the guys to come out and film us while we're doing it too. So it's not just me; it's a one-man show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the last show she did, they had a really great turnout. It was bigger than like her regular show because all the film people got together and came out. And so her and I are getting ready to start. We're working on a new duet. It's actually our first duet, but we're gonna try to have it done and broadcast it there for the first time. That'll be where we work out the kinks because it'll be the first time on stage. So probably gonna be pretty awful. But, we're there for laughs. We're just going to, let y'all laugh at us.
We should do a burlesque show here some night.
You absolutely should do a burlesque show here.
How would we do it? Could we do it? I wonder if we could like mix it in with karaoke night or something. We'll talk about that too. That can be something we talk about off stage as well.
Yeah, I mean, we do trivia, burlesque and trivia.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Yeah, we do a trivia night once a month at Bar Redux. And while they're doing like tallying up the scores, there's dancers. I mean, you can put burlesque anywhere you want.
Yeah.
You don't need a stage. I've danced in places with no stages. I've gotten dressed in beer closets. Like it's a very glamorous life. Sometimes the beer closets are like really great. There's a mirror in there.
Sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nah, we'll set you guys up something here if we do it here. It'd be fun.
I've been in some and I'm like, there's a couch. There's a cooler with drinks. Like, we have made it.
Oh, I have an issue with couches. Like,
what's your issue with couches?
You don't know what's in that couch, Like someone asked me one night if I wanted a couch here, and I'm like, dude, that would be the most disgusting.
Oh no, like taking ever. Like a random couch to your house?
No, like taking it and putting a couch in here. So my thing with couches are like the few times I've been to strip clubs, I've seen couches there, and I'm like, you never know what's on these fucking couches.
Oh yeah, at a strip club.
I mean, I would just think anywhere.
That's like getting a couch from Colettes. Like, you want this for your house? No.
Have you ever been there?
I have.
What's that about?
It was weird.
For the people that don't know, Colettes is how would you call it?
It's a sex club. Yeah, it's a sex club. I went, I guess it was right after COVID. Me and a friend were just curious. And so we went online to see how you even get into this place, because apparently you have to like sign a bunch of waivers. And it was me and a guy, and I can get in for free.
Mm-hmm.
Girls can get in for free. Guys, I forget, it was like $100 the guy has to pay to get in, unless he's like attached to a girl. And so we just, went in as like a couple. And it's funny because the way you sign the paperwork, he can't go with any other person because he's signed to me. And I'm like, so if you wanted to like come back later without me, you have to like contact Colettes, go through all this paperwork to be like, oh, I broke up with that person and now I'm going to be with this person. Or you could just pay the $100 and get in. So anybody that's in there alone, they've literally just paid to try to get laid. And we get there, and it wasn't a very busy night. You can bring in alcohol, and there's a bartender that they just mix the drinks for you. So they have the mixers, and you bring in your stuff, and there's like a dance floor. And then they have somebody that takes you on a tour if you've never been there. So she brings us around and shows us everything, and you can go upstairs, and pretty much like anything goes. Like, you can just have sex anywhere. There's like a bunch of rooms with curtains that you can go in. And I think it's like you leave the curtain open if people can watch, or like close it if they can't watch, or like there's different things you're supposed to do if people are allowed to join in. They have one giant room that has like the big circle bed, and it's got the two-way mirror so people can watch in. And then there's like a doorway that has a curtain that's like closed. You can't come in. It's watching only, or open. They're allowed to also come in and play and be able to have people watch you through the mirror. So it's just kind of interesting to walk around and be in there on a not busy night to see what's going down.
Yeah, I definitely want to have that experience before I leave New Orleans, because I've heard about it for years, and I've had a couple of opportunities to go, but something popped up those nights and I didn't get a chance to go.
It's interesting. I would like to go back on a busier night to see it in more of a full swing.
I mean, are there like busy nights there? Like, would they?
Well, I feel like they do theme nights.
Interesting.
But I don't know. But I also went right after COVID, so it was still kind of like a weird time.
Yeah.
So I feel like maybe it's built up more now and it's a different experience. So I don't know. Let me know. We can go together. We can, I guess we can't video anything, but we have really good stories.
Yeah, I definitely want to go for the story. But if you go with me, then you won't be attached to the other guy.
That's fine. I don't even talk to him anymore.
But I'm saying, like, how do we do that? Because they'd be like, well, you're apparently supposed to have this other guy with you.
We just fill out paperwork, just sign our name.
We'll think about that. Table that one.
It's either that or you have to pay like $100.
Yeah, that was so one of the nights that we were going to go, we knew how much, I knew it would cost a lot to get in if you're a single dude, which makes perfect sense.
But yeah, they're trying to keep the creep factor.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as I walked in, someone came up to me and tried to like join in, and I'm like, we're not here for that. We're not doing that.
Oh, redhead. Yeah.
Like, we're not here for that. Sorry. And they told us that somebody was coming to like give us the tour, and I really thought this was our tour guide because we walked in the door and this person was there. I'm like, it's our tour guide. But then no, he just wanted to fuck, and I was like, no.
He's like, yeah, I'll give you the tour right here.
I'm good. I can see it.
This is where you're going.
But everybody's like dressed up normal. I'm like, dang, y'all don't even have like costumes on. Like, I want to come in here all dressed up sexy, like in a trench coat. I don't know. What
are the theme nights?
I have no idea. I'd have to look.
Oh,
I went on just like a regular old Wednesday or something. I don't know.
I think a theme night would be cool.
They did like a DJ and people come in the costume, like that kind of stuff.
What I always picture when I picture those places is just like a bunch of fucking old people in there. Like, I don't ever picture like attractive people being in a place like that.
I ended up seeing another burlesque dancer's husband in there at the time with another woman.
Whoa. And
I was not going to go up to them because I was like, they might not want to know that they're seen, but he ended up coming up to me. So I was like, oh, okay, I guess it's cool.
Yeah.
They're divorced now, but I was just like, all right. I don't know your lifestyle. So I'm not going to be the person to be like, hey, I saw your husband at Colettes with another woman. Like, I wasn't going to be that girl.
No, yeah.
Not my business. We're not that close.
Especially in this city.
Yeah,
like,
not my business.
There's all kinds of freaky shit that goes on.
Like, if it's somebody I know and I know their relationship is not an open one, and it's a close friend, yeah, I'm gonna tell you. But if I don't know you like that,
no, just mind your own business.
I have been to a sex, I guess that's like sex club, but I've been to a sex party.
Okay, so the party's just at a house.
It was actually at a karate studio.
Okay.
Clearly had children involved in this place.
Like during the daytime.
Yes.
Nighttime sex.
Yes.
Sex dojo.
So I was actually flown to New York with a friend, and this was pre-COVID times, and him and I had never hooked up, but we had both expressed interest in hooking up with each other. And he was like, well, I'm going to put you down as my companion pass. I'll fly you to New York. We'll go to this party. I was like, oh, okay. So we're going to have sex for the first time in front of a bunch of people. Cool. Got it. I was like, I'm just telling you right now, I am not going to have an orgasm in this place. I don't know if you believe me, but I was right. Like, I know myself. And I think the theme was onesie night. It was winter in onesie land or something like that. So everybody's in onesies. I had a Cookie Monster onesie, and it was New York, and it was like cold. So great. Got my Cookie Monster onesie on. Going to this sex party. We walk in. It's a karate studio. I'm like, this is cute. Kind of weird, but whatever. It's not my business. And there's like the room with the DJ where people are just dancing. Then there's the BDSM room with like a literal dog cage, the cross, the spanking chair situation, and whatever you want to do in there. Then there's like the photo op room, which is a giant wall of stuffed animals to take your pictures on. This, and I'm like, I guess it fits with this child karate studio. Y'all are making me have lots of questions. And there was like a giant Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer you can like sit on. So I got a really cute picture of me sitting on this thing because I had my pigtails in. Like it was cute. And then there's another room in the back that has all of the like blow up mattresses and like pillows and blankets, and that's where everybody's fucking.
Seriously?
Yes. So we eventually make our way into that room, and I'm just looking around like, what? I had never been in a situation like this before. So it's just everybody's just like all out, groups of people, single people, couples in every sort of position imaginable. And so me and my friend, we start, doing our thing. And I forget, we were at his apartment in New York before that. And he was like, so do you want to do anything now, or do you want to just wait till we get there? And I'm like, well, shit, might as well just wait and make it like a whole experience. Like, at least it'll be good for storytelling.
It's very brave of you.
So I just was like, let's just do it. I'm going to be vulnerable. We're going to go for it. So we did. And I realized very quickly that I was probably one of the better looking people in this place. So all the eyes were immediately like on me, which is also very weird. But, as a performer, I was like, okay.
You turned it on.
Yeah. I was like, well, now I'm just working. So
And
I'm
that's
not
why you couldn't have an orgasm though.
because I was working.
Yeah. You were
my
in your
brain,
mind.
like the positions I was in, there's no way you could have an orgasm. Like you can't come in these positions. You just can't. Like my legs, like up here, I'm like pancaked onto a wall. Like there's no way. But people tried to like join in. I'm like, no, I draw the line. Like you lucky that I'm with this one person. But it was a very interesting experience.
I bet.
And then we went home and he introduced me to the velvet wand and all these electrocution toys.
What?
Yes.
What's a velvet wand?
I'm obsessed and I need one.
What is it?
Well,
should I Google it really quick?
You should.
Okay.
It is. I want one. I'm going to get one. I'm going to find someone to buy me one. There's a whole bunch of different attachments to it. My favorite attachment, the thing that you take and you put it on your head and it has all the little teeth that go across your head like this.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So they have one of those, but just picture that happening to your head, how good it feels. But now it's electrocuted.
Okay.
There's so many different attachments.
Why am I getting kids popping up? This is weird.
I don't know. You typed in velvet wand.
Yeah, I'm looking for a sex toy.
I don't know. Sex
velvet
toys?
Wand, sex toy. I don't want to see kids.
I'll have to find one and send it to you.
This thing right here?
Yeah.
That's
stuff like
fucking-
that. It's like all these different attachments.
Interesting.
But the one that goes over your head feels amazing. Like it's not even a sexual thing. It just feels great. If you like those little head scratchy things. And then they have ones that you attach to like your arm. And so that my hand touching you becomes the electrocution thingy. And so like if I did this, you don't feel anything. But as soon as the skin removes contact, it zaps you.
Okay.
And so you could like be giving someone a blowjob and your mouth is the electrocuting part.
Oh, wow.
And so every time your lips come off, it shocks you a little.
Yeah. How do we get one of these?
I know, right? I want it. And then there's another attachment that's like a, it kind of looks like those metal keychain links. And you can like smack somebody. We did that once and I was like, no, I draw the line at that one. That one felt terrible. That one definitely hurt. But I have a video on my OnlyFans of the little metal circle one you had in that picture. And we put it right above my nipple. And in the video, you can see like little lightning bolts electrocuting my nipple.
Oh, how'd that feel?
It's the coolest thing ever.
It didn't hurt?
No. It's, I can't even describe it. It's interesting.
It's like a tingle.
Yeah. It's like you can feel, it's like little lightning bolts.
I didn't know that was even a thing.
Yes. It's amazing. Make the hair on your leg stand up and you like brush it and it's just like the electricity. Oh, so crazy. I'm going to have one day and I'm going to be like wanting to show everybody. It's not even going to be a sexual thing. I'll be like, come here, let me show this to you.
Well, no, I bought something a while back for that same purpose. It wasn't anything like that, but it was, it's like a musical thing where if you attach the electrodes to a plant and then you attach them to yourself, and then every time you touch the plant, you'll hear the electricity going through the plant. That's cool. And so I was thinking in my mind, I was like, what if you were having sex with someone and you both had this electrode in your hand, and every time you stuck it in, like you heard the signals based off of that. Okay. Yeah. So I was like, it's a cool thing.
I know. I haven't actually had sex with the velvet electrocution pieces. That would be cool. I'd have to try that.
Well, I mean, you said you had it on your nipples, so.
Well, yeah, but I mean like.
Inside?
Full, yeah. Like the one that where one of the people is conducting the electricity while you're having sex. Yeah. That.
Oh, your dick turns into the wand? Damn.
Right?
That's a whole nother thing.
I know. Now we got to try it.
Imagine if you died that way, though. Like, what if the...
Could you imagine? Like the EMS shows up and they're like, what happened? And they're like, we don't know. We had too much electricity. I gave him a heart attack, literally. We were doing a burlesque show once, though, and it was... I was Sally and Dr. Finkelstein. You're familiar with Nightmare Before Christmas?
No.
No? Disney? Tim Burton?
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Okay, there you go.
Well, I know. I don't know the names. Sally and Dr.
Sally is the rag doll, the main character. Okay. And then her dad, Dr. Finkelstein, is like the mad scientist. Okay. So we're doing a whole burlesque stage play, and I was playing Sally, and the person playing Dr. Finkelstein is a sideshow performer. And so, naturally they wanted to torture me because that's what they do in the movie. So they had this wire, it's like a copper wire that I would sit on, and it would make me the current. And so if you put a light bulb in my mouth, the light bulb comes on. That's cool. But she was like, if you move or like if you get off of this wire without me turning off the device, it's going to shock the shit out of you. And it did. Because I didn't pay attention very well to science class, apparently. And I had like a whelp across my ass for like a week.
This was shocked you out across your butt? Yep. Well, it's a good thing they only hit your butt.
It looked like I got the shit whipped out of me.
I'm saying if you would have sat down, that thing would have went to the middle.
Oh, yeah. The light bulb did not feel great either. I was like, I don't want to do this one anymore.
Because it shocked you whenever you put it in? Yeah.
If you have any metal fillings in your mouth, that was not fun. I was like, 10 out of 10, don't recommend. But, we do it for the art. I've seen some weird stuff on stage. Last week, I got to see somebody get their mouth sewed shut. What? Yeah, it was pretty cool.
They sewed their mouth shut?
They did. It was like a light up, what is it, ELA wire or something? It was like a neon wire attached to a needle. Bro, and they threaded her mouth shut.
Fuck? It was a her?
It was two girls, yeah. They were the tooth fairy.
And like, so now she has holes in her lips?
Well, I mean, just like they close up.
They're going to be scar tissue. Is that not going to be scars?
They close up so they could do it again.
Jesus Christ, man.
I know. I was convinced because it was a competition and that was one of the acts I was competing against. And I'm like, oh, fuck, I just lost. Yeah. I was like, I can't beat that. Like, I can't beat somebody having their mouth sewn shut. I can't.
Is that art at that point?
I mean, apparently, but I did win. So
I don't even think that's art. I think that's just like, what's it? You ever seen the Pain Olympics?
Paint Olympics?
Pain.
No.
Pain Olympics is what they should have been competing in. Yeah. But it's basically who can take the most pain. And they just do stupid shit like that.
Yeah, it's not me.
Like there was one guy that he tied a rubber band around his balls and took a hatchet and chopped his balls.
No,
But I'm saying like who does that kind of, that's insane to me.
No, that's not for me. But I was like, why are we in the same category? Because my act is nothing like sewing people's mouths closed.
Pain and pleasure.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
They didn't even have to take their clothes off. Their act was just gory and great and amazing.
Watch me hurt myself.
That's like walking on glass. Like, I'm not doing that either. I'll walk on Legos, though. I want to create a burlesque act where I walk on Legos because that shit hurts.
You crazy. Why would you do that?
Because it's going to be funny.
Yeah, but that's not hot at all. It's not burlesque at all.
And sewing your mouth closed is?
Oh, I didn't say that was either. I'm just saying, but I don't think walking on Legos is. Maybe
so you don't want to watch me walk on Legos?
Maybe if you like took your pants off and sat on the Legos.
Well, yeah, I'm going to make it burlesque.
And then stood up and like had Legos taped to your ass.
Well, they would just be stuck there.
Why's your ass sticky?
Sweaty. The indentions, they would just be stuck to my booty. But I can be like the housewife and everybody thinks I'm about to dump out a bucket of glass and do a glass walking act. And then all of a sudden it's Legos. So now I've got the comedy thing going because it's Legos. But anybody that is a parent or that has just happened to step on a Lego knows how much that hurts.
Oh, yeah.
That does not feel good.
No.
So I think it'd be a great burlesque act. Don't y'all steal that from me. I'm a copyright, y'all.
Is this how you come up with your acts?
Mm-hmm.
Just spitballing like this?
Yeah.
I like it.
You think I should do it? You think it's a good idea?
I think if you do that one, I'll come watch your show.
So if I don't do that one, you're never going to come watch me?
That's how I roll. Yeah. I need the Legos.
That's rude.
I need some Legos in my life.
I come support you and get drinks here from you.
I know. I just don't go anywhere. I'm either here or I'm at home.
Maybe you should.
I definitely should get out more. You're right. But I just don't.
I know. I even tried to take your ass to a concert back in the day.
Where were we going to?
I don't remember. Sia? Before Sia became Sia? I don't know, but I had front row tickets. I didn't even know that till I got there.
Damn.
I don't know. You missed out.
Missed out?
You did.
Didn't even know.
Yep.
No, I go to a few concerts every now and then. There's a couple of bands that I support in town.
That's how you find your girls with the dirty feet.
No, that was a dating app thing. Yeah.
That's why you don't do the dating apps.
Even the Crier.
Both dating apps.
Yeah, both dating apps.
Yeah, that's where I found the attorney.
I mean, it makes sense, you know. They're the leftovers, I guess. We're the leftovers.
We're just the smarter leftovers. But I wonder if people tell stories about us,
They
though.
went and told their friends stories about
But like,
us,
what
too.
kind of stories are they telling?
I went on a date with this guy and he had shoes on.
But see, that's not even like that. I don't think that's a thing.
Yeah, but if you're crazy, that's a thing. Like if you're crazy and none of your friends wear shoes.
There's like a whole colony of people walking around with no shoes because I have not seen these people.
I mean, she's wearing shoes the last time I saw her. I think she was going through a thing the time that I met her.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe you could go on another date with her now that she has on shoes.
She was cute, but no thanks.
No, you did it. That did it the one day with no shoes.
Yeah, but it's like when does that come back around, you know?
Like she didn't relapse into taking the shoes back off.
Yeah, like she may have like swerved the crazy for a bit.
You always go back to it.
She might go back to it. And I don't want to take that risk.
But the crier could have gotten help.
Nah.
No.
I don't even know why I went on a date with her. Like I didn't even really want to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was just one of those things where I was like, I got nothing to do today. Why not?
Yeah, I just go on dates for the stories now because they're all going to end up on stage.
That's what my buddy was telling me. He's like, dude, you should take, because I tell him all the stories that I go on these crazy stories. He said, bro, you should definitely start making skits about these. Like they should be just a bunch of short skits about this guy going on dates and they're going just horribly wrong.
We could make a whole nother podcast of us going on dates. Like we just go on dates every week. We have to go on one so that we have stories for
But then I would have
podcasts.
to go on dates.
I know that's the only downfall.
Yeah, like then I have to like go meet people and ugh.
I mean, we have enough saved up to get us started, and then you go on a couple more, so we can like make it work for a little while.
So I just start swiping right on all the dating apps.
Ooh, yes, I can't. I don't know if I can do that.
That's how do you pick out who you're going on a date with?
Oh, my friends think I'm terrible at it because I don't swipe on anyone.
Well, that's you're gonna have to start swiping on people if we're gonna make this work.
But a lot of times I don't have to swipe on them. They just message me. Okay, I got a message the other day. I'm on a dating app, and I didn't know that wherever you travel to, you now are visible to those people, even if you don't live there.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that was a thing. I thought that was like a feature you can turn on. So I get a message on Facebook, and the message is from a name of I have one person I know by this name, and he's a bus driver in Ireland, but he's on my Ember page. So I'm like, why is he messaging me on this page? And so I log into this account that I never get on, and it's not him. It's another guy that I know, but that's not his name that I know him by. And he's like, hey, I saw you on the dating app, but figured I could just message you here because, well, obviously, if I don't swipe on you, you're not going to see me. And I didn't know that he was just in town for like the week. And he's like, yeah, I'm in town for the week. And I wasn't in town. I was in some other state. I'm like, oh, well, I'm not actually here. And he was like, oh, well, if you're not dating anybody and you're interested, maybe we could just like use each other to pass the time. And I was like, oh, I'm not, where do you, like, you're in Iowa. He was in Iowa or Idaho or one of them weird states up there. I'm like, well, I'm not coming to Iowa or Idaho, either one. And this is just weird. He's like, oh, well, I'll just fly you out to wherever my next vacation destination is.
Hang on. How were you on the app?
So
you were flying through or something?
He was in town in New Orleans.
Okay.
But I guess when he saw me on the app, it was because I'm like headed to the airport to go somewhere else.
Right.
So I was not even here the week he was trying to like hit me up to hook up.
Yeah.
And I had not seen this guy in 10 years. And I'm like, we used to hang out 10 years ago and I never knew that you were interested in me. Or maybe you just knew that I was not interested in you. And so you were smart enough to just keep the friend situation going. And
now he's brave enough to do it.
I guess so. Like the 10 years now, he's all of a sudden like, I'm just going to go ask this girl to fuck. That and like, no, hey, how you doing? How's it been? Like, hadn't seen you in a while.
You didn't want to talk to anyone.
Well, I don't tell people that.
I mean, you just said it to me. You're like, I don't want to talk to anybody. You could have got what you wanted right there.
I could have, but he don't live here. He has to fly me somewhere now.
Just the penis.
And I'm like, why is your name this on this app, but I know you as this? And then he tells me this whole story and I'm just like, all right, so you're like a burlesque person, but not a burlesque person. You just want a whole different name. Got it. Cool. I get it. I got a different name. But like, where are you finding me from? No, he just had a different name. He just changed his name so that his like students couldn't find him on the internet.
I did that whenever I worked at the gay bar.
Well, that makes sense.
I was Owen.
Owen.
Yeah.
That was your whole name, Owen?
Yeah, there are people that still know me by the name Owen.
It was Owen.
Owen.
Mm-hmm. That was the face they made when they saw you.
Owen.
Did you get on the bar and dance in a G-string?
No.
No?
No, I was the gay guy or the straight guy.
You were the gay guy?
The gay guy,
you were the gay guy?
No, I was
at
the straight guy at the gay bar. Yeah, so they always wanted to turn me. Yeah.
Never worked?
No. I'm great. I have great self-control.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with dudes.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Yeah, it's not that hard with dudes. Yeah.
Me too. Same. Great self-control. But I will make out with a girl just to see the guy's reaction. It's fun as hell.
Sure, it's just for the guy, she says.
It is. Girls are terrible kissers.
I mean, there's probably one or two out there that are all right. I've had a couple of good kissers.
Just a couple? Damn, you need to get out more.
Well, you just said girls are horrible kissers.
Yeah, when another girl's doing it.
What do you mean?
It's just weird.
I feel like you should know what a girl wants. Therefore, it shouldn't be.
Yeah, but I can't help the way they feel. Like soft and delicate.
That's hot.
To a guy, not to another girl that wants a man.
Well, then you shouldn't be making out with chicks.
I'm not making out with anyone.
You should be making out with dudes.
I mean, one day.
Strong, masculine dudes that are hard.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you should get.
I know. You know one?
Nah.
Give him my number.
I don't know any of those guys.
I'll leave you some business cards at the bar.
You can definitely leave business cards. I actually have one of your pictures on the
fridge.
The little fridge. It was a magnet.
Poison ivy magnet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw that the other day again. So I was like, I wonder what she's up to.
You're like, I'm going to have her on the podcast.
I'm going to hit her up and see what she's done. You got anything else you want to add to this?
I don't know. You have any more questions?
I mean, I can do questions all day, but like, if you got some more juice you want to throw out there.
I don't know. I don't like my life is so crazy now. Like the juicy stories, I don't think they're juicy anymore. I think they're boring. I mean, I get normal people think they're juicy.
Yeah. Normies.
Normies like you?
Like me. Yes.
I don't know. Were any of my stories really juicy?
Yes, I'm a normie.
The dominatrix story, electrocution at the
yeah, I mean, there are so many housewives out there that listen to these kinds of things and they just fucking eat it up because they're experiences they never had.
They're like, that could be my life. Join Burlesque. Give it 10 years. You'll get asked to do things you never thought you'd be able to do in your life.
Yeah.
Like getting body painted in the middle of the French Quarter and walking around naked. Who knew how much I would love that?
You like that?
I do. It was so much fun.
Was it the attention or what?
It was just so interesting to be outside completely nude, but not feel nude because you're completely covered in paint.
How do they get by with that? They they put pasties on your tits and
No.
your vagina?
No.
They just let you walk around butt naked?
I think I had a thong on,
Okay.
but everything other than that is naked, and they paint you.
I'll allow it.
It's cool.
I'll allow it.
I mean, you'll allow it.
This is my city.
So you're going to call the shots now?
I'll allow it.
You'll allow painted naked people?
I'll allow it.
And it was I think it was Dirty Linen Night when I did it. Lots of people out in the quarter.
Dirty Linen Night.
Yeah, they're taking pictures of me all naked and painted. It was cute.
Nice. So you got anything coming up that we can pitch? I know tonight you have a show, but this
I have a
won't
show
be out tonight.
And then
This won't be
July.
out until Tuesday.
Well, I'm going on vacation for a week, and then I have 2 shows on the same day in July. One is going to be a literary themed show, so all the fiction novels. I'll be doing the Mad Hatter. It's going to be cute. And then after that is another show that I don't have all the information about, but it's like one starts at 7, one starts at 10. So I'm going to do 2 shows back to back. So you have 2 times to see my bare ass and my boobies in one day.
And you post all these things on your social medias?
Yeah, everything goes on Instagram. Everything goes on Facebook. And hopefully during some time in the month of July, because I'll have some days off, I will have a website that's accessible to everyone. And you can find me everywhere. I might even sell videos on it. Who knows?
And what is your social medias?
I think it's Ember Alert on Facebook, but sometimes, the algorithm doesn't really like to give me to you shadow banned and, my name, but Instagram, it's Ember_alert. That's the easiest one.
Mm-hmm.
You can find me on there and you can hit the link tree and find all the rest of them.
Yeah, it makes it handy. We have a link tree there for our stuff too. So whenever the podcast comes out.
Or if you see me in person at a show, you can scan my titties.
Scan her titties.
Mm-hmm. Eventually, I'm going to put one in a thong so you can scan the vagina. You can scan the titties. You can find me, follow me everywhere.
I think guys would want to scan the vagina more than the titties. It's just it's as a dude.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I was going with earlier with the guys.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I need to get one for the vagina.
Gotta get
Got
one
it.
for the vagina. Yeah,
Got it.
Maybe that's maybe even like a clit ring.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm sure you're not pierced. I don't know if you are or not, but that'd be kind of cool. QR code clit ring.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, we'll end on that one. Ember, thank you for coming in today.
Thank you for having me.